Hi, welcome to 4 Minutes of Film with me, Rhianna. 4 films to review today: Mortdecai, The Gambler, Ex Machina with an interview from Oscar Isaac, and A Most Violent Year with an interview from Jessica Chastain. So let's start with Ex Machina. Caleb is selected to help his enigmatic boss do some questionable research about Ava, a robot, and whether or not she's an AI.
Hello, Caleb.
Do you have a name?
Yes. Ava.
Oscar Isaac plays Nathan, who's the creator of these AIs, and his amorality is fascinating. He expresses his loneliness through power games and being drunk and programming his female robots to do what he wants.
The challenge is to show you that she's a robot and then see if you still feel she has consciousness.
He came across as a really chilling villain, and I put that to Oscar Isaac.
I wouldn't necessarily describe him as particularly villainous. I just think that he's been alone for, 3 years without any human contact. I'd say there's definitely something misanthropic about him. I don't think he holds humanity in very high regard. But there's something of a tragic figure, I think, as well, where he's building these robots, these beautiful female robots, but also recognizes that they're not human. Whether he believes they're alive yet or not, that's an interesting debate.
You shouldn't trust anything he says.
It's a troubling watch. It made me quite upset and angry. It provokes debate, which is a good thing, but the points that the director was trying to get across just came too late and weren't hammered home enough for the depiction of women as a man's plaything to be really justified in the film. So 3 stars for Ex Machina. And next up, it's Mortdecai.
I am Mortdecai, Lord of Silverdale. I should like to request a bucket of ice, do not disturb sign, and a bulldozer.
This is a comedic thriller about an eccentric art dealer, and I did laugh a few times, but at the points where the plot becomes really thin and it becomes a little bit childish, Johnny Depp's performance is supposed to be really strong, and it just isn't. So 2 stars for Mortdecai. Next up, it's The Gambler. Mark Wahlberg plays Jim, a gambler. He's also a college lecturer, and his 2 worlds collide when his relationship with his students makes them prime targets for his debt collectors.
If I give you this money and you don't pay me back, there are no rules. Do you understand the gravity of your situation?
I understand.
Mark Wahlberg delivers a strong performance as a man dealing with his gambling addiction and also his tendency to self-destruct. It's got a great support cast, from Brie Larson as his bewitching student to John Goodman and Michael K. Williams, having so much fun as the gangsters trying to extract money from the hapless Jim while dishing out all this advice. It's not the most original film you've ever seen. It doesn't have the most unique content, but it is quite fun and tongue-in-cheek. I mean, it's Mark Wahlberg as an English tutor. So 3 stars for The Gambler. And finally, A Most Violent Year. A businessman, played by Oscar Isaac, is trying to protect his company from loads of attacks during the most crime-stricken year on record, and also trying to pay back a lot of money that he's borrowed.
I'm only interested in this company growing, and when it isn't, it's not very funny to me at all. These people work very hard for their money, and these other guys are ripping them off, treating them poorly because they don't know.
I loved Jessica Chastain in this as the model gangster's wife. She's fierce, she's intelligent, and she would do anything to protect her family. So when I spoke to her, I asked her if she just got to watch loads of gangster films and call them research.
I would start treating us with a little more respect, or I guarantee he will make it his mission in life to ruin you.
I love movies from the 70s and 80s. Like, I love New York's Lumet, Pacino, Streep, Cazale, De Niro, Hoffman, Hackman.
Yeah, of course, like that, and it really evoked that era, didn't it, this film?
Yeah, completely. And so I had already had that in my head because those are the films I love.
Yeah.
So in making this, it was really exciting. It felt like it was a throwback to that time when I wish I was alive to make films.
It's a film that really creeps up on you. You think it's quite a slow thriller until the final third of the film, when all the tension that's been building is finally realised. The bit that I loved the most was trying to work out which characters were corrupt or legitimate or just morally grey, and Oscar Isaac delivers a standout performance yet again. So 4 stars for A Most Violent Year. Next week I'll be reviewing Kingsman and Big Hero 6, so click here to subscribe and catch that then.